Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Gurley now, out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
On the carry.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan, he completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down. A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. Ito Smith, his first carry. The tackle by Robert Quinn.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 22 yards there, a first down. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
21-yard line.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Ryan. Going right back to Jones. This time the connection made. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Again, Ryan. This will be caught just inside the 10. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Hayden Hurst. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead.
Falcons 7, Bears nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 61 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Patterson on the carry. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Ball carried by the running back.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Falcons' 12-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
His own 5-yard line.
Now Ryan down around the goal line. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
On 3rd down, Ryan. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it, a gain of 12. A big first down to get away from the end zone. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Ryan. He'll drop this underneath to Gurley. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Intended for Julio Jones. Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They run. It's Gurley. And this will go for 5 up to the 33. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Falcons 7, Bears nothing.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down.
97's the mic. 97's the mic. Talk, wait.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Intercepted.
They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Open man is Komet, the tight end. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Complete to
Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
the 7-yard line.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Cordero Patterson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game.
Stephen Hauschka set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. To credit that sack to Robert Quinn.
Taken down.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Looking downfield for Jones. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. Well, we've seen these two, Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, connect quite a few times over the years. It never gets old.
It never gets old. Well, maybe for the defense it does, but not for us who are watching it. And Julio, every time he steps on the field, you can just about mark him down for 100 yards. That's about his career average per game. But think about this. Getting in the end zone has always been a struggle for him. He gets the big yardage, but he doesn't get the touchdowns. Not this time. No matter how many people were kicked in coverage, he found a way to beat it.
20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first.
A gain of
A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. That's complete right side to Komet. 3 yards the gain there, second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On second down, it's Patterson, and pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 41. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down.
3 yards. Brings up fourth down.
Matt Nagy has made the decision. They're going to go for it here. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The 20.
I need to get my
right side, and that's complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Komet, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. And it's up and good.
That ties the game 13-all. Steven Hauschka set to kick off.
All square now at 13-all as he sends this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
That's good.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
39-yard.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Matt Ryan now 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to back after they've been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. And Miller will pull this one in. He's got it for the Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller as the first half is winding down. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Stephen Hauschka set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Final play of the half. It's Ryan looking deep for Julio. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. They run with Patterson. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. So well done there, and these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do, and now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Touchdown, Falcons! Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game, and the Falcons will add on to their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
On the tackle.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
11 more on that one and another first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Escaping the pressure, and a big loss here as he's taken down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, he's
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Again they run with Gurley. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan now with 5 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown.
Extra point.
And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Falcons 34. Bears 19.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
5-yard line. The Bears take over first and 10. At their own.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A throw over the middle taken in. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 23. 23 yards the pickup there. On play action, they'll throw. That is caught at the 7. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Cole Kmet, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Back to throw again. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
34. Bears 27.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Stephen Hauschka set to kick off.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. A About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Now Gurley. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now it's Gurley. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Play action. It's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
In punt formation for the Falcons.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line.
You need to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get this up to right around the 8-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up fourth down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
Number 21.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They go play action with Ryan. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Hey, Tuesday.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Eddie Goldman on the
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 44-yard line. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Atlanta, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals.